In this video, I'm going to be upgrading my front speakers in my home theater system. I currently have Polk Audio RC55Is. Never really had a problem with them. They're just a little bit small for the room. They were great when I first installed them. They're a great speaker for a great price. Now it's about 5 years later. I've got a little extra money to spend, and I happen to find these 265 LSs on sale. Now these front channel speakers are normally like $379.99 a piece. I happened to catch them on sale for $259 each, so I picked them up. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to remove the RC55Is, cut the hole bigger, install these, and give you my initial impression. One of these speakers unboxed, take an up-close look at it before we mount it in the wall. First, it has a couple settings. You have a wall distance, which is greater than or less than 2 feet. So the speaker will sound a little bit boomy if you're closer to 2 feet or less from a wall. And you can adjust this and it'll kind of tweak that sound for you. And it also has a tweeter button there, filter or normal. Now if you have a room that has like hardwood floors and smooth painted walls, you're going to want to push this down to filter. Other than that, there's no real adjustments on this other than whatever is on your receiver. Alright, so the speaker highlights are you have a 1-inch ring radiator tweeter, 6.5-inch dynamic balance mid-range, 6.5-inch dynamic balance woofer, the sound shaping controls, which are these two controls right here. Frequency response is 28 to 33,000. These handle up to 200 watts with a sensitivity of 91 decibels. So if we take a look at the back of the speaker, really the only connection is your positive and negative for the speaker wire. The rest of it's already fully assembled and ready to go. So I'm just going to show you the front speakers in here that we're going to be replacing. That one right there is the RC55I that we'll be replacing. And that's the 255 Polk Audio center channel. And then we have the other RC55I over there on the right side. So we're going to come over here on the left. We're going to remove this speaker and cut the hole bigger. My speakers is a little different than the Vanishing series. You have this metal grill right here. Just get a knife or a flat blade screwdriver behind a corner and you're just going to pry it out and wiggle it off. That's what the Polk Audio RC55I speaker looks like. Now I'm going to hold up the new speaker next to it so you can see what a difference it is. As you can see, it's quite a bit bigger and hopefully it sounds a lot better. Now to remove this speaker, we have 6 screws right here on the outside edge. They're Phillips screws. You're just going to turn those counterclockwise all the way around, and then we should be able to pull the speaker straight out. You can see when you loosen up the screws, that's what moves these hold down legs. And once the speaker is removed, simply disconnect your speaker wire. Now before I go ahead and just start cutting into the wall, I'm going to feel behind here and make sure there's no wires other than that speaker wire that could get in my way or get cut. Feels like everything is clear behind there. So now you're going to take the provided template, you're going to locate it on your wall where you want to mount your speaker, and use a little torpedo level like this one along your template and make sure your template is straight up and down. And then we're just going to trace around the template with a Sharpie marker and cut it out. Now once you have your lines on your wall, just line up your torpedo level with the line and double check that you are straight up and down. Two ways you can cut out this drywall. You can use a traditional drywall saw like this right here. You don't need to cut any holes in the corners or anything. You can just simply tap this and it will go right into the drywall, saw it up or down, however you want. Or you can use a jigsaw like this. I'm going to use a jigsaw and then I'm going to hold my shop vac right next to it to try and suck up as much drywall dust as I can. Now we're going to go ahead and connect our speaker wire and push the speaker into the wall. Wire connected, go ahead and push the speaker into the wall. Make sure you have your screwdriver ready. You don't want to just leave this hanging here. Push it all the way in and then start to tighten the screws. All you want to do is tighten the screws slightly snug, and then you're going to put your level back on the speaker. Make sure it's perfect before you tighten it all the way down. Now you will have to turn this screw a lot. It has about an inch to go before it's going to tighten up to about 1/2 inch drywall. So once you start turning them and you're like, man, this thing is turning forever, don't worry, it will tighten up. You'll feel it start to get snug, and then you only want to go about 1/4 turn past snug. All right, so before we put that speaker grill on, we'll just give it a little test to make sure it works. Grill on, and then we'll take a look at the speaker we have left just for a size comparison. Well, the one thing about these Vanishing series speakers is the speaker grills are really flat to the wall. They look really nice. Now here's a comparison side by side. You get the RC55i right here and the new 265 LS. As you can see, that left front is installed with the grill. I'll come across here to the TV and the center channel. And there is that other RC55 we need to replace. Then coming across at this angle, you can tell a big difference. I actually think the new speakers look a little bit better because they're a little bit higher, a little more proportional to the TV. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing to this side. Line up your level until you get the template straight, and then go ahead and mark your lines. Now if you're going to use a jigsaw and your walls are really rough, you're going to want to put some tape on them, because as you run the jigsaw across there, it may start to take some of the paint off. Or you can put some tape on the bottom of your jigsaw, either way you want to do it. Nothing happened on the other side. I just want to show you guys, just in case you have a real rough textured wall, you want to protect it with a jigsaw. If you're going to use the handsaw, there's no reason to have any tape on there at all. Push that in place. And I'm just going to tighten up one corner, make sure it doesn't fall out, and then we're going to go ahead and check it with the torpedo level. This is perfectly straight up and down before we tighten everything up. Go ahead and tighten up all 8 screws. Before we put that grill on, let's give it a little test. And install this speaker grill. Now these are just held on by magnets, so you kind of got to slide it around a little bit until you figure out how it pops in place. There it is. We'll take a look across the front, and those speakers look a little more proportional to the TV and the center speaker. Thanks for following along with me upgrading my front home theater speakers. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be doing a review on those speakers in a couple of weeks after I've listened to some music and watch a few movies on it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.